75 Hard. A Dad's Transformation.
Hi and welcome to day 26 of my 75 Hard challenge. It was a long day, but you know my schedule. I'm pretty busy with taking care of the kids, working in my wife's office and all this podcasting stuff. So we have a packed day because we are more likely going out tomorrow on a trip. And there's a lot of packing and organizing to do as well. But the biggest bummer was that my son got sick overnight. And my whole game plan for that day got obviously completely scattered all over the place. But starting from the beginning, I got up at 5:30 in the morning, jumped on the rowing machine for 45 minutes. It was a challenge because I think 6 or 7 hours ago, I already did like 45 minutes, but it had to be done. And I woke up my kids. Obviously, as I said, my son apparently was sick, so I had to take him to the doc's office. First, I dropped off my youngest at the kindergarten, dropped off my wife at the office. Then we had to go to the doc. We literally sat there for like 1.5 hours. Because flu season is here and there was a ridiculous amount of sick kids. So it took forever. The good part there is I was able to bring him home, so I didn't go to the office and I was able to pack early. So I started packing stuff for the kids, packing my stuff. I packed a bag with like podcasting stuff because I was planning to do episodes on the road and kind of prepped the car. Installed the roof box, picked up the bicycle carrier, which we have on the back of the car. And then it was already lunchtime. And the most ridiculous thing happened. I'm not sure about kind of how many dads and moms are listening to this, but my son more likely picked a fight with me because I had like pumpkin soup left. And I served him, obviously, the leftovers. Because I was pretty happy with that. And I said, great, I don't have to prep any additional lunch. So we have another day of pumpkin soup. And the feedback was, how dare you? I'm not going to eat the same meal twice in a row. Are you insane? And I was like, are you serious? What did I do wrong, guys? He ate it after 30 minutes of heavy protests and he ate it. But I was pretty stunned. I said, okay, I did something wrong. My kids are spoiled and they're too fancy to eat the same meal twice in a row. But it is what it is. I need to figure that out while they're growing up. I picked up my youngest son from daycare. I took care of the kids till the late afternoon. And while I was taking care of that, I launched a new podcast that I prepped. I had to do like all the social media work aside of that, communicate with all the participants and align kind of the social media postings. If you're interested, check it out. Talking the Cure is the title of the podcast. And we already have a couple of episodes out. I think I mentioned it before. So it focuses on medical devices and pharmaceuticals, but it discussed like legal issues around it. So when it comes down to patents, regulations, and all this stuff, pretty niche, but I enjoy it. And it's super interesting to listen to it if you are interested in that field of work. My wife came home around 6:30. Because I had another appointment scheduled. I was going to meet up with a friend because we had a podcast recording we wanted to do. Main issue there was that it's a 45-minute car ride back and forth. So I headed out. We had I think 1.5 hours recording session. So it was basically 40 minutes of the recording and the rest of the time we just chatted and updated us and talked about kind of the kids and all this stuff. But then I headed back and I think it was around 11ish or 10:30 when I got home. Yeah, I had to get up pretty early the next day, but there was still like the workout open. And I made like to calm down and kind of cleanse my mind. I took a walk through the neighborhood. So pretty basic stuff today, aside from my son being sick and juggle that and packing all the stuff for our trip. That day was fine. So let's check out the list. I did my first workout in the morning. While I was waking up the kids, I took the time and read my 10 pages. Second workout was at night. I drank my water during the day. I stuck to my diet. I didn't cheat and I didn't have any alcohol. So overall, it was a good day, pretty packed, but super eventful, super interesting, a lot of learnings. So see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.